Okay, hello and welcome to Hanging Out with David Busari. Of course, my name is David Busari, and for those just joining us on the platform, this platform basically is designed to serve as a mentorship platform to individuals who are about to start up a new project, wanting to take up new knowledge, or about to get into a new industry. And what we do is that we bring in individuals who have succeeded in various industries. We bring them into this platform, and all they do is talk about their success story. They tell us how they started, how they overcame the challenges that came up, and how they finally succeeded. Before I reveal my guest for today, guess what? I would like to give credit to supporters of this show, Olani TV, Okiki Sola, and Sent to Niger. Olani TV is a streaming platform. All they do is they stream content to you wherever you are. And for producers, they buy your content. Okiki Sola is a branded outfit. They promote brands and they support brands that supply you products from head to toe. Send to Nigeria is a platform that sends money for you from the US to Nigeria at black market rate. Now, welcome back. Now, my guest on the show today is someone with great regard, somebody I have great regards for, somebody I really respect. Without saying much, he's the CEO, founder of CROWN TROUPE Africa. Join me as I welcome Ambassador Segun Adefila. Thank you so much for joining us on the program.
Thank you. I'm delighted to be here.
Great. Okay, now let's go straight to the program now, straight to the question. So many people have described you in different ways. Some people call you a Janla. Some people call you the lead masquerade of CROWN TROUPE Africa. For our guests, watching us from abroad and locally also, who exactly is Segun Adefila?
Well, Segun Adefila is a Yoruba of Igbomina extract. I'm from Umuaran town in present-day Kwara State, which is in north-central Nigeria. My mother is from Ondo town, and I was born in Lagos State. Yes, and I'm an artist. That's all I remember of myself for now.
Oh, great, great. Okay, now Segun, back then, in the university, and getting into the university then was quite difficult, and many people selected theater art or creative art as a second choice, only to squeeze into, the cutoffs for admission. For you, your bachelor's degree in creative arts, was it a choice or was it a squeezing?
I think it was a mixture of both because it's the cosmos, working together to favor my choice in life. So it was difficult for me to gain admission to the higher institution. I spent like 6 years at home, after secondary school. And by the way, I was a science student all through my secondary school years, you know.
Mm,
So it was difficult, and I just wanted to get to school, you know, um, just to have a degree because already I was practicing theater. When I couldn't gain admission, I'd gone into theater full time, so I was already practicing. But of course, so creative arts was a dream course that came along the way, you know. If you ask me, I would have, if I have to do anything in the arts, maybe I would have opted for law or something because I thought that innate talent was all it needed to be a creative artist. But when I got into the department, I saw that there was a reason for that specialization.
wow, wow. So creative art was a choice, was the first choice for you, was the main.
No, like that's why I was trying to explain that I didn't plan, for instance, to get into creative arts, but I'd done a course in drama, and so there was no the department wasn't even a department. It wasn't offering degree as at that time. It was called Center for Cultural Studies, and I'd done a certificate in drama. But I just wanted to get to university after this. And so they said they were going to start creative art as a department, but it
Gotcha.
was not in the
It
brochure.
wasn't
So
there
I just
initially.
wanted to get, yes, yes, yes.
No, great. Okay. Now,
So that's why I said the cosmos worked together to, to favor me. After a while,
hmm,
everything just came together, and I found myself in creative arts, my
wow,
dream
sounds
course.
great. And you talked about you getting into the department and then you began to understand what creative art really entailed. So that
Yes.
leads me to my next question. For so many parents, uh, um, uh, my parents exclusive, because for me, my parents were, I took theater art also. My parents were telling me that's what you should go for. That's what you love to do, go for it. But for so many parents,
Wow.
theater art is not a choice for their parents. It's a no-no. Now, I feel it's because their reasons, they have this aligned judgments of theater art or creative art. How can you change, that conception, that wrong conception about theater art or creative art?
Yes, it's if you're sitting on the other side of the fence, it is sometimes easy to assume what is going on there. It is when you get in there that you're going to realize that there are some misconception about so many things that we think we know. For instance, theater is one of it. You can't be a dullard and be a theater artist.
Hmm.
And I explained to you, it's simple. Um, so I wasn't good with figures, with numbers. Yeah, but that's not the end of the world. That's not the only thing that the world is all about. The world is about the word. I mean, they said the world was created with the word, so it's about words. So letters, when you encounter letters, as you would if you get into theater arts or creative arts, then you'll understand that you have to be at a certain level of intellectual, aptitude to be able to fit in perfectly. So it's not to say that yeah, there's room for talents. Yeah, your talent will pave a lot of ways for you, but then there's the theoretical part of it too. You need to understand what others are doing so you can evolve your own, style, if you like, from what you've seen of others. Now, you do not just need to know what others are doing, you need to know about the others. So if I was going to study theater, creative arts now, I need to study Busari's theater, your style, your technique, probably don't even know where you were born, and so on and so forth. And then it's not only you have to study so many others like that, and all of this have to be in your head at the same time.
So it simply means there's no easy way in theater. Just as you study for
Yes, there's no
mechanical
easy way, but
engineering,
parents, yeah,
yeah,
yes, it's even tougher because some people get into the department and say, "Oh, we see you guys dancing all over, and we thought that was all it was all about. We didn't realize that it was so tough." During exams, you have to read. You lose weight, you lose everything, you lose your sleep. It's tougher because you're not just doing theory, you're doing practicals at the same time.
and the practicals carry
Yeah.
much mark than the theoretical part of it.
Yeah, well, sometimes it varies. That's why when parents get to see the seriousness required, because for you to be an artist, there's a
Hmm.
level of seriousness attached to it.
Hmm.
Now, and that is what most parents are looking for. They need to be sure because there's this impression that if you're an artist, then if you're a man, you're a layabout. If you're a woman, you're a prostitute, and so on and
Hmm.
so forth. How many serious people go about dancing or acting and all of those things? But
Hmm.
it is when you get into it that you know that it is a social science. So it is scientific in nature by itself because you're studying society, and it is this society that gives you your inspiration for the stories you're going to tell, because it's not going to come from a void. For instance, if you're told to act the role of an old man, you go into memory and try and pinpoint the old man you want to perform like. So all of this deserves, it entails observation, for instance. And who is the scientist without being an observant person? Before you come out with a scientific theory, you observe, and then you come up with an hypothesis, and then you prove it. So it is that hypothetical stage that art allows you to get so much into, so much so that you you become an intellectual and physical vessel. of conveyance of any idea that is coming from within you. I don't know if you get me.
Yeah, I do. I do. Now, so for so many people who think and who wonder, oh, so you're going to the university to study creative arts or theater. What impact do you want to make in the society with that course? What is the role of theater creative art in the society today?
Well, if in every society, the first thing that links you up with any society is first and foremost their culture. So anywhere in the world, we got to know about China through Chinese films, or we got to know about Asia through Asian films. So the role of theater and culture and art is so vital that governments that recognize this are thriving. So look, give me a nation in the world that is thriving where art and culture does not have a space in the upper rung of the ladder. There's no nation like that. So
True.
any nation you see that they are down there, you see that culture is at the base. They don't value, they don't know the soft power inherent
Hmm.
in cultures. You know, everybody wants to be American by all means. How? It is because of what America has shown us of itself, of
Hmm.
its culture. So you see everybody want to do the things they are doing. It is the way these things are polished and presented to the world. You know. So in nation building, there's no way you can build a nation without the words. And the words is in poetry, is in the literature, is in the prose, is in the plays, in the performance, is in, you know, um, we anytime you go out of your shores, anytime you go out of your country, the
Hmm.
first thing you want to see are monuments, are cultural artifacts, are cultural things that reveal the people to you. Now, a society that does not put that into consideration is only joking. So that's why even when you want to be colonized, the first thing they attack about is your culture because they know how powerful it is.
True. Okay. So now let's go away from Segun Adefila to Ambassador
Yeah.
Segun Adefila. Now, how did you start up when you left the university? How did stardom begin for you?
Well, I'm not sure if I've gotten to the stardom stage yet, but um, I've just been myself. I've just been happy doing what I love to do. You know, that's the main thing. It's been the art for me from childhood, even before I realized or knew what art was all about. I was raised in a palace in when the masquerade set out during the masquerade festival. They had to come to the king's palace to pay homage before reaching out. And so that was my first exposure to traditional art form. And this stayed with me till today, you know. So I don't know about stardom yet, but I know that I've just been doing what I love doing. I've been, it's come with its challenges, but I'm just happy doing this. I mean, I wouldn't be on your program if I wasn't doing this,
Great. So
you know.
when you left the university, the first was Campus Queen the first show you had? Was it the first major project you had? Campus Queen.
You're very right. You're right. Campus Queen was my first attempt at movie making. Um, I was trained, for the stage. So, I studied theater and it was about live performances for me. But then I watch films too. I see, I mean, I've been watching films from childhood. And one of the works I find remarkable are the works of Tunde Kelani, and so it was like a dream come true when at the end of my university education, I got invited to choreograph. I was supposed to just handle choreography in Campus Queen with Sound Sultan. And then he saw me and he said, "Oh, my face would be good for, you know, one of the lead characters in the film." And that was my debut.
So how did the link come up? Now, the reason for this question is because some people finish from the university
Yeah.
and they feel that, the opportunity is not there. How did you get that opportunity from finishing from the university and getting that role with one of Africa's prominent filmmakers?
Yeah, it's by being there, doing what you love doing, and staying put. I think that's what happened for me. So when Tude Kelani came to the University of Lagos, that he was going to make a film whose setting is in the university, and he opted for the University of Lagos, and it's a musical, and they needed a choreographer. Because of consistency, my name came up from several angles. I mean, it was on about it before I even came back, because I know that I was out of the country for a while, for like a couple of months after school. And I came back and people started asking me, do you know about Campus Queen? Do you know what TK is looking for you? I said, what? TK is looking for me? Oh, I wanted to faint. And I got there, and so the break happened because I was consistent in what I was doing. And when it was time to search for somebody who could handle the role, my name just came up. I didn't have to, he sent for me.
Consistency, consistency. That was very, very important. Now, what
Yeah.
challenge did
Yes.
growing up in the industry bring, and how did you overcome those challenges?
Uh, well, the first thing is the question of acceptance. People are not sure why you are doing what you want to do. Like, I'm sure you are aware of all of these things. Like you said
Yes,
earlier
sir.
on in our interview, that most parents don't want their parents getting into it, and so on and so forth. So it's like that. People are not sure if it's what they are not sure if you are doing the right thing. And then those in the industry are not sure if you're not just a joker. Some people just want to become superstars. They just like the idea of being there without knowing the discipline and the requirements. So we had all of those, all of those. What are they up to? What is this one doing about? Oh, he's a cult guy. Look at them. They are all ruffians and so on. We had a lot of bridges to cross. But I kept ringing to my members, and I keep saying, even to the young ones I work with today, that you are the ones to rewrite any story that is written about you. You cannot be in Crown Troop, for instance, and be associated with attitudes that are not found with gentlemen and ladies. You know. So because you're an artist, they expect you to behave in certain ways. But when they see you are respectful, you are tutored, you are educated, and you exhibit a very considerable level of understanding and appreciation of fellow human beings, naturally people will navigate towards you and begin to take you seriously. So when we started out, people thought we were joking, but we were just stubborn. We stayed there. We were learning from teachers. We were working with great maestros. We were doing all sorts just to be sure that we were positioned. You know, so it took a while, but I think the acceptance is coming in bits.
Now, you talked about the advices you would usually render to some of the members of Crown Troop, and that leads me to the next question. Now, what makes you stand
Yes.
stand unique, rather, from other individuals in the industry is that mentorship role you've played, amongst young individuals also. And guess what? This mentorship role
Yeah.
has reflected in the lives of many people who are now stars. They started up from
Mm,
Crown Troop Africa. Now, tell us about Crown Troop
mm.
Africa and how the idea of Crown Troop Africa came up. And why did you decide to take mentoring people, as a role?
Okay, so like I told you, I had 6 years of my life where I had nothing to do but just to roam the streets of Bariga. And if you know where Bariga is in Lagos, you know that it's not a place where any young person should be at all. And so I had
Hmm.
this on for me. So I had options. I had the streets out there for me. But then I was lucky that the art found me, or I found the art, because I saw a company called Black Image in Bariga, and I joined them. And the moment I joined them, the fascination of listening to drums, of sitting down with lines and carrying lines and trying to understand those lines, and to perform those lines became so engaging that in my mind I realized that, oh, art has saved my life. Art can really save this community. This could be the little that I'm going to contribute, because if you look around Bariga, for instance, talent just abounds. There are singers, dancers, actors, all sorts of people who, if left alone, like I was left alone for a while, might be tempted to miss their ways. So I just decided, okay, now I know what my arts will be all about. I know what I was going to do with it. So when we started Crown Troupe in 1996, I started with a couple of friends. We started in Sonny Ade's sitting room. One of our members, I found a member, Kunle Adegeye, you know. We started in his mother's sitting room, you know. And so we started it, and I just decided, you know what, we're not leaving this space. We're going to stay, we're going to, it's like thrusting the arts and culture in the heart of a community that is known for nothing but violence. But gradually the story is changing. Over 200 artists are in Bariga as we speak, lots of groups and young people. If I take you to my studio right now, because my studio is just back here, you're going to find a lot of young people doing stuff. You're going to find a sculptor doing something. So yeah, it's been a ride, because some people also work to bring us to this level. We just thought that that's the only thing we can contribute to our society. Let's do it.
Wow. And you know what? That's actually what led me to you. What led me to you was, most of your members who have actually been successful and couldn't tell their success stories without mentioning Crown Troop and calling the lead masquerade of Crown Troop. Using your success story as a point, advise young individuals who are not in
Wow,
Crown Troop,
thank you.
watching you, they want to go into theater. They want to be successful in theater, in the film industry, in creative arts generally. Advise them.
Wow. See, I'm not going to you've not heard out it than that thing in Tobago more jerk in Romoninu, that what the child loves to eat is not likely to give the child a running stomach. you know. So the first thing is, because if you go for your passion, then all the obstacles that will come along will not deter you, but will inspire you to move further. So first and foremost, think of why you want to do what you want to do. Is it for fame? Is it for money? If it is for fame and it's for money, there are so many other things you can do, and you can have fame and you can have money, you know. But if it is what you really love to do, you will know it. If it's your calling, you will know it. Then stay there. Keep working hard. Be a perpetual student of life. Never stop learning. Have an open mind and just stay there. There's the tendency that good things will navigate in your direction.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Now, the picture, I don't know if you can see the picture by the side. The picture beside you and other pictures that have been captured during your performances kind of show passion, in your presentation. Now, I'm not sure that's the only trait you have that has led you to this point of success. What other traits did you build personally to lead you to this point?
Well, I was brought up by parents who gave me certain values, you know. Like I told you, though my parents would not naturally accept, I mean, ordinarily accept that I should go and study theater, but they gave me values, you know, and is discipline, how to stay there when you believe in something, then go for it. I think that's been the sustaining power. Of course, the grace of God is the number one thing. But the other thing I would urge people to do is, you're not built around personalities, but principles.
Mm,
These are the things you will never ever do. This is your policy. You wake up every day That's all. I mean, for 25 solid years, I've done nothing else but theater. Shift. I've been hungry. I've been bruised. I've failed woefully. I've triumphed. I've been happy. I've made money. I've been poor. I've been filled. I've been fulfilled. I've felt every life as well. So that's for the way I natural born people as football. Just some just love medicine. Some love law, mechanics. Some love machetes. Tick with it.
Wow, wow. I think we lost Ambassador Segun Adefila's visuals there. Okay, I think we got him back. We got him back. We got him back. Okay. Hello, hello, Ambassador Segun. Hello. I think we lost his audio, and we're trying as much as possible to get him back to respond to these final questions. Okay, hello and welcome back. I think we lost Ambassador Segun Adefila, and basically he was there talking to us, sharing a story, a success story. And one great thing about Segun Adefila is, the ability to carry people, young individuals, along with him to the point of success through Crown Troop Africa. And Crown Troop Africa has brought up a lot of individuals who have been successful in the industry. You heard him right. Consistency and being rightly positioned, trying to stand out, from individuals, who do not understand the point at which, life is leading them to. Now you had how he started, was born in a palace, and today he himself is called the Ejala, of the theater industry. He has a lot of international activities in his name. He's done, a lot of wonderful projects on stage locally and internationally. And basically, he just explained the role of creative art. Now, to adults, to parents who are thinking about allowing their children go for the choice, their choice of course, creative art. I mean, you just heard it from Segun Adefila, you know, let them do what they love to do. Trust me, what you see is not really what goes on in the theater industry, or what you think is not really what goes on in the theater industry. Okay, and that is it from hanging out with David Busari. We've been speaking with Ambassador Segun Adefila, the CEO founder of Crown Troop Africa. I mean, the last question I wanted to ask him was the last question I usually would ask my guest. I would say, they have a lot they have a lot of fan base, and so, you know, what advice would they give to young individuals who believe dividing Nigeria is the only way to a better Nigeria? That was the last question I wanted to ask him. And you know what? I'll just give my own advice in his place. Dividing Nigeria is not the best solution to uniting Nigeria. Trust me. In unity, we stand. Without one another, we can do so many things. We can't do so many things. Trust me. Let's keep praying for the country. Let's keep praying for Africa as a continent, and hoping that one day the light of God will shine on us. And finally, we will get the country, get the entire continent to the place it is destined to be. My name is David Busari, and you've been watching hanging out with David Busari. Till I come your way again next week, God bless you.